Hello everyone, very good morning and welcome to ABAP on HANA live demo. So in this demo, we will be starting with the S4 HANA journey. So we all know that SAP started with its R2. First it was a standalone, then it came with R2 in 1979 and then in 1992 with R3 in 2004 ERP and then in 2015, it was S4HANA, and then a story begins about the ABAP on HANA. So, HANA is a database and it was introduced around 2010. First product came as Business Suite on HANA, and then we started talking about ABAP on HANA. So, exactly the ABAP on HANA talk started with 2010 itself. And then when every organization is now trying to move to S4 HANA as per their convenient and budget, now they are also looking for the ABAPos which can help them, who can help them to take the maximum benefit of HANA database because they are having the S4 HANA ERP. So now, difference between ABAP on HANA. ABAP is a programming language we all know, and HANA is a database. So, very simple difference. Database stores the data in table. With the help of database, we can store large amount of data. We can, you know, then here in the ABAP, the programming language, with the help of programming language, you can write the logic at the application server. You can fetch the data from the database, right? So these are the two different things. So now, as we know that only with the ABAP skill set, it becomes little difficult to get the job in the current market. That's why we are looking for ABAP on HANA. So if we talk about the HANA, HANA stands for High Performance Analytical Appliance. High performance, it's very simple to understand. Analytical means the one which is helpful in doing the analysis, like BI or BW. And appliance means the combination of hardware and software. So HANA stands for both hardware and software. It's the evolution of hardware as well as software. In terms of hardware, the evolution, like, it was installed inside the RAM. Then in terms of software, it used the column storage way of storing the data. It is also having the insert only approach to update or modify the data. All these concepts we will understand in our coming classes, but this is all about. Now, HANA supports OLTP and OLAP operations. OLTP means online transactional processing. On the other hand, OLAP means online analytical processing. So OLAP, that means BI or BW system. OLTP means the purchase order creation, sales order creation, all kinds of the transactional things which comes on the daily basis, that comes under the OLTP. For the analysis purpose, whatever the system or query or setup is required, that comes under the OLAP. So as we know that HANA installed in RAM. It supports the parallel processing because in HANA you have the multi-core processor. Then it supports the row plus column storage both. From the OLAP point of view, the very important part with HANA is that because it is having the way of storing the data as column storage, and column storage is a way of getting the benefit of aggregation on fly. So if a database, any kind of database is there with a column storage functionality, then aggregation becomes very easy over there. If you remember, if you are an old ABAPer, then during the code review, you were told if you are not on the HANA DB, that first you fetch the data from the database, put the loop on the internal table, and if you have some currency or quantity field, then you sum up, right? But if you have the HANA DB, you can use the aggregate function without any second thought because the performance is very high with respect to aggregation for column store in HANA DB. So this is the old way of doing the aggregation at application server, and this is how now it is recommended. Okay, fine. So we will understand a little bit more about what is ABAP on HANA. So for this purpose, let me draw one diagram and make you understand. We know that we are there on R3 architecture, and in R3 architecture, we have UI, then we have application server, and then we have the database. So if you have the conventional databases like Oracle, Max, Informix, there are so many different databases earlier we used to use in SAP, in SAP. Okay, DB2, DB6, Sybase, So UI sends the command to application server. Application server executes the logic, and if select query is there, it fetches the data from the database. So what we used to do that, because our database was not that much strong or that much fast because of its old technology used at the DB layer. So what we used to do, we were fetching the data from the database and putting here in application server, putting the loop and all, and then doing the business logic, right? So maximum logic we were writing at the application server rather database in earlier scenario in the legacy database system. So it was something like this: fetch the data, put at application server, and then show the data from the application server to UI. That means GUI, right? Nowadays we are having the UI5 or Fury, right, as a client along with GUI. Then we have the either, you know, either we will be there on the business suite on HANA or on S4 HANA. So business suite on HANA means that will be like the old ERP only, but instead of having the legacy database, you will be having the HANA database. Okay. So here you have the HANA DB. And S4 HANA means in S4 HANA is a completely different product, which is not similar to ECC. Whatever the functionality is there with the ECC, that functionality is there, but the approach of doing the data modeling got changed in the S4HANA. Multiple table in the Mara, like in material management, like Mara, Marcy, Marty, got combined together and you know put together as a table called MatDoc. Then in finance also we have AC Doka, right? So in S4 HANA you will be able to see this table, but not on business suite on HANA, because business suite on HANA is more or less like old ECC only. Okay. So now, because our HANA DB is very powerful, what we are doing, instead of fetching the data from here to here and writing the logic here, we try to write the maximum logic here itself at the HANA DB itself, right? Why? Because the network load we want to avoid, which is going to be here, this network load we just want to, avoid. Okay. So if we don't want to have this network load, because from application server, when you fetch the data from the HANA DB, right? To and fro communication happens. Data has to come from here. If again requires some data, you are going to put the inner join for all entries, right? Again, you have to fetch the data from here. So we wanted to avoid this network load, and network takes a lot of time while transferring the data from database to application server. So for that purpose, maximum coding we are doing over here, as with compared to the old approach. In the old approach, maximum coding we are here at application server. In the new approach, the maximum coding we do at the HANA DB, not on the application server. But how? What are the techniques of doing the maximum coding at the HANA layer? So we have the different approaches, the very popular approach and getting the attention, in SAP world, that is the CDS. Very, very popular. Full focus of SAP development is here on the CDS, very powerful technology. And that's why, CDS is very, very important. It is having so much reusability. One CDS you can use inside report in UI5 or Fury application, in BI or BW, for OData generation, So from the reusability point of view, this CDS, core data services, C stands for core. Core means central, means around all the development, CDS is going to be there in the center, going to be there as a pillar. CDS is very important way of writing the code at HANA DB layer. And when we write the code at HANA DB layer, rather application server, we tell this approach as a code push down approach. You know, we tell this approach as a code push down approach. That means you are writing the maximum code over here instead of application server. We also tell code to data paradigm. Code to data paradigm. So earlier approach was data to code paradigm, data to code. It was a bottom up approach, bottom to up. Current approach is top to down if you have the HANA DB. So either you are on business suite on HANA or on S4 HANA, you have to use the code push down approach. Very first popular technique is CDS. Then another technique is AMDP. AMDP stands for ABAP Managed Database Procedure. And in order to write any code in AMDP, you must be strong in SQL script, and you should have the basic understanding of object-oriented programming like class and methods and interfaces. So AMDP can be achieved through the SQL script and with the help of basics of OO ABAP. Then what is the use of this AMDP? So CDS, if you see that this is the universal technique in SAP domain. Like everywhere, the CDS is there. In CAPM also, CDS is there. For RESTful ABAP programming also, we are using the CDS view entity or CDS view, right? CDS is having one, you know, functionality, or you can tell that CDS is having one another type called CDS table function. In CDS table function, you are going to again use the SQL script, you know. So in CDS table function, of course, you are going to use the SQL script, and how? With the help of AMD. That means CDS table function uses the concept of AMD, AMDP. In AMDP, we will be defining one AMDP function under the method of the AMDP class, and that method we call inside the CDS table function. So writing the logic on the CDS is possible now at the DB layer with the help of SQL script, but the flexibility you get at the AMDP layer in terms of writing the code with the help of SQL script is far more than the CDS. We will discuss under the table function chapter. But as of now, you understand that AMDP is used mostly to write the logic and filter the data at the DB layer itself, rather pushing the data from here to here. So you can avoid the network load as maximum as possible. In CDS, you have the different things like VDM virtual data model. You have the ALV IDA, ALV approach based upon the CDS, which gives you the better performance, HANA search, text search, association, path expression. So these are the different concept. And when you go and develop the CDS, you can face initially some small error, like locally this view cannot be used. Some different kind of error you will get that comes. So that we will be discussing under the CDS chapter. So CDS is the important one. And another code push down technique, if you talk about, then you have, you know, the information model, and in information model, you are having attribute, analytical, and calculation view. However, attribute and analytical view is now obsolete, and only calculation view is there in the trend. And SAP also promotes the calculation view only, and they release the things on only on calculation view. So that IM, you can write it over here. This is based upon the graphical tool like drag and drop kind of thing. So easy to develop. Okay. But we are not going to use mostly as an ABAPer. This will be used for native HANA application development. Okay. This information model calculation view mostly used for the purpose of native HANA development perspective. We as an ABAPer, CDS, AMDP, and another very powerful code push down technique, which is very easy to learn, you know, that is nothing but you have new open SQL, new open SQL. This is again very powerful, technique. It is just the enhanced form of our old open SQL with lot of new functionality and you know the ability to perform the task at the DB layer. So new open SQL. So in our classes, our most of the focus is going to be there on the CDS, AMDP, and new open SQL. I will also be covering about the new syntaxes which we use nowadays. And one more thing, CDS now comes in two flavor from NetWeaver 7.55 onwards. CDS view entity was introduced, which is also known as the new CDS. Okay. So that we will see what is the old CDS, what is the new CDS. Old CDS is going to be there in the future. This is what told by the SAP. So if you know already the old CDS, that is very good actually, because the concept is still applicable, and new CDS is powerful, more powerful than the old CDS, and most of the concept lies same as the old CDS only. But whatever the new functionality is being released by the SAP, that is there with the new CDS. Fine. Let's uh, go further. So the same thing I have tried to explain over here, this is the earlier approach. This is the old approach when we were writing the maximum logic. Here you can see that the maximum logic at the application server, right? So it was having the low performance. On the other hand, it was having the high performance with HANA. This is your HANA DB. Just assume maximum coding or writing over here, and the performance you can get like a cheetah, and here you can get like a cat. So just a comparative study. So now why ABAP on HANA? So ABAP on HANA, I just told you like new open SQL information model, right? SQL script, AMDP, and CDS. So these are, you know, the important. The ADBC stands for ABAP database connectivity, and it used to use for the sidecar scenario. What is ADBC? ADBC is the ABAP way of writing the native SQL at the DB layer. Again, I repeat, ADBC is ABAP way of writing the native SQL at DB layer. It is an object-oriented approach. So in live class, I will teach you the concept and will share you some recorded session, or if time allows, I will cover in live itself. In live class, mostly our focus will be there on the new OpenSQL, CDS, AMDP, and SQL script. Native SQL, you already know, which we write under exec and end exec. So digital core, when HANA came, it was as a digital core. What is the meaning of digital core? See, there are so many new technologies are coming nowadays, right? Artificial intelligence, data science, machine learning, right? So all these things, how an organization can adopt, that is a big question. That is possible with the help of HANA, with the help of ACE for HANA, with the help of HANA, because HANA supports all these kind of stuff. On the other hand, conventional DB does not support. Okay. For whom this course, for an ABAPer who is willing to upgrade himself, for BI or BW people, for functional consultant, if they want to learn about the new stuff in ABAP. However, for functional consultant, it is not mandatory. For techno functional, if they are willing to learn the technical stuff because they are techno functional, they can go and learn. What is the motivation behind learning? Career growth. Career growth is very important, right? So as we have the more experience, we try to get the better career growth. And the more we are having the better career growth, the more we can expect the remuneration, the more we can expect the salary. And you can see that this career growth is proportional to the skill set what we have, and the salary or the financial benefit is directly proportional to the career growth. So directly or indirectly, you can say this financial part is directly proportional to the skill set. That's why we should work on the skill set part, and we should try to improve the skill set. But which skill for an ABAPer, right? There are so many things coming in the market nowadays: ABAP, RESTful programming, BTP, Fury, right? Analytics, cloud. Then you have this ABAP on HANA. So from my standpoint of view, for an ABAPer, it's very easy to learn the technology which is related to ABAP, like ABAP on HANA. It's easier to learn if you compare with other things, because we are already good in ABAP. We can learn easily ABAP on HANA. We can learn easily ABAP RESTful programming. But for this, you should have the good understanding of CDS, and object-oriented ABAP. Okay. You can learn OData, right? It is easier to learn. Now, simple and best choice, this is what we have to learn as an ABAPer, right? Prerequisite for ABAP on HANA, we should have the basic understanding of ABAP and willing to enhance the skill. These are only the two prerequisite, right? And with the ABAP on HANA, you will get the better job opportunity, the more job opportunity from the different companies. Okay. Then with ABAP on HANA, the self-confidence, the respect, the better career growth you can also expect. Now, when we start the course, from where you can get the server access. So I will not be providing the server access. You can arrange the server yourself. Like you can use the server yourself, whatever is there, you know, with your company. If the sandbox system is there, that you can use, or if you have the development system, that you can use over there, and you can create the object as a temporary package in the temporary package, or you can get the rented servers. So if you know someone, you can get from him, or I can let you know when the class starts. I'm having some contact. You can contact, test the server, and then you can use the server. New ABAP on HANA batch is starting from tomorrow morning at 7:45. It will be there on Saturday and Sunday, on weekend around 1.5 hours to 2 hours. The complete course will go around 3 months. And now about me. I have been providing the training since 4 to 5 years in ABAP, OPS ABAP on HANA. I have around 30 years of 13 years of experience, worked in multiple MNCs like Accenture, Sopra Steria, done few implementation project, migration, rollout, and support projects. And because I'm in training, so I have trained almost 1,000+ students, and founder of ABAP Ritual Community. Most of you, I believe, will be part of that group as well. And then passionate about learning and sharing. Training and mentoring is my passion, and I have been following since my 8th class. And now the course content. Let's go and take you through the course content quickly. And then at last, I will be taking up your question. Okay. So coming to this is our course content. So a class-wise breakup I have prepared. It's a rough breakup, you know. So maybe some of the topics I will be able to cover in class 2 or class 3, but this is how it is a rough breakup. We'll be talking under the class 1 about the HANA introduction, row storage, column storage, then business suite on HANA, S4 HANA, right? Then what should be the approach of an ABAPer when they are migrating from ECC to S4HANA, the different EPC variant, right? Then we will see the performance guidelines for SAP HANA. Then different code push down techniques we will be exploring, starting with the new OpenSQL. After doing the new OpenSQL, I will go to the you know new syntaxes. Under the new OpenSQL, we will see the doing how we can use the inner join, left outer join, right outer join, right? So all these kinds of join is now supported in the new OpenSQL. Earlier, only these two joins were there. Okay. Now I think full outer join is also supported. Okay, along with right outer join. Earlier it was not there. Case and when statement, how we can use in select query itself. It's like if and else. Okay. College function, concatenate function, existence check during the select query itself. You can put the select on internal table from NetWeaver 7.52 onwards, how you can do that. Check if select on internal table is supported by applications of ABAP, the way how we can find aggregate function, select in subquery, fast data access, cross join, common table expression, cross join with common table expression, union, then some real-time use of unions we will see, SQL string function, some built-in function, and then we will go for new syntaxes. Okay, we'll also understand the meaning of client specified. There are some other things also. I have just jotted it down, the important one over here. Then the under the new syntax, we have inline declaration, pipe operator, table expression, you know, use of default keyword, empty. When we define the standard table, right, we sometimes write data IT type table of structure with empty key, with default key. So those meaning we will try to understand. See, for operator, switch operator, all these things, we will see. So you can go through this syllabus part, and we will be taking for the real-time scenario as a OIA scenario, which is given by SAP. open item analysis scenario. So we'll be using the EPM model, Enterprise Procurement Model, in which SAP, a kind of a small project you can understand, in order to demonstrate the different code push down techniques. Okay. So uh, we will see the introduction of information model, and I will try to show you the calculation view. Then SQL script is the important one. SQL script, declarative and imperative statement. So all the important stuff of the SQL script we are going to learn, and the important SQL function, inbuilt function, all those we will see. So whatever I mentioned over here, we are going to see that. Once we get strong in SQL script, I will take you through the AMDP. In AMDP, our focus will be there on the internal table operations and the important keywords which we use mostly in AMDP development. Then we have the CDS. CDS is very, very important. This we are going to understand from basic to advanced level. So in CDS, as I told you, CDS with parameters, CDS table function, where you can write the logic using the AMDP function, right? Association, path expressions, then different types of association you have, like ad hoc association and exposed association, right? How you can convert one association into, inner join, case and when statement in CDS, right? Virtual data model, then basic composite and consumption. This is the part of virtual data model. So how to develop basic composite and con- consumption. So using a real-time scenario using the EPM data model, we will see that. How we can improve the CDS performance. Then the new CDS view entity. Okay. CDS view versus CDS view entity, right? So all these things, custom CDS entity also we will understand, virtual elements, and I will try to configure the system, and I will try to show you how to create the list report using the OData. So this is like optional. If the system gets configured, I will show you. Otherwise, you know, uh, I will share by creating the video. So this is what the stuff in the live class I will be covering. Under assignment, I will be giving the assignment, weekly assignment, or like whenever I feel that assignment should be given, I will give you the assignment and you are able to, complete the assignment and submit the assignment. And if you face any doubt or etc, you can ask to me. You can discuss before the class or at the end of the class. The recording access you will be having lifetime, where lifetime is defined as a minimum 5 years. Then some extra concept also I will be sharing in form of recorded session, or I will first give you the background during the session itself, and then we'll be sharing you the recordings. Okay. So this is what I have. And also, in order to support your learning, I will give you the free access of OData Made Easy for 6 months. After 15 days of course start, 15 or 20 days like that. Once our course start, then for 6 months you will be having the access. This is one of the best course created by me from scratch to advance. You can learn the OData. Then ABAP on HANA interview questions and answer for the purpose of your career growth in case you are looking for job switch. The important interview question and answer I have covered in this ABAP ritual course, that recordings. And the enhancement made easy, 6 months free access will be thereafter 15 days of course start. Okay. So this will be there along with this course. Pricing will be 20K for this course. But for today, like if you are going to register, because tomorrow the class is going to start, it will be there at 19K. I will be sharing the link and all. You can go through and register. If you are watching through YouTube, you can check out the link for registration under the description box. If any query, any question you have, you can drop me an email on Pankaj Kumar at the rate of saptakeMadeEasy.com, or you can ping to my team on 87005272. No? This is 8700435272. You can ask any query, any doubts, anything over here. So I'm done. Let me take up your question if you have. I got some query here. New Open SQL means ABAP syntax NetWeaver 7.40. Yes, you can understand. ABAP NetWeaver 7.40 onwards, the new ABAP syntax started getting implemented. I mean, that is applicable from NetWeaver 7.40 onwards. So new Open SQL, yes, NetWeaver 7.40 onwards, you can use. Not all the feature, again, like based upon the release, they keep on releasing, the new feature. But yes, at least inline declaration and all was there with NetWeaver 7.4. Do you cover wrap? Wrap will not be covered, but I will try to showcase you one, you know, scenario by creating the CDS view entity. On top of that, behavior definition, behavior implementation, service definition, service binding. So one simple scenario for the wrap I will be showing you, not the full-fledged, like, not all the scenario of managed and unmanaged, because that will not be possible. This itself is a huge syllabus, and this itself will take around 45 to 50 hours, like that. Okay, so this is what. If any other question, let me so Sultan, you can ask the question, Sultan. I have unmuted you. You have raised your hand, right? So if you have any query, you can ask, or you can lower down your hand. Fine, I believe there is no question. Ram Gopal, you have any question? Fine, then thank you everyone for attending this session.
Yeah, hi Pankaj. Actually, I was on mute, so I was talking. Okay.
No problem. Yeah, please
Good
tell
morning,
me.
good
Yes.
morning, Pankaj and everyone. So is there any other training? Actually, I'm experienced guy, so I'm looking for kind of rap and fury also in this course. So do you have any other course like that, especially on rap and fury?
No, for Fury and Rap, currently there is no live session, and I mostly take the session related with ABAP. So Rap I will be starting maybe in another 2 to 3 months once this ABAP on HANA gets finished.
Yeah,
But at this moment there is no live session for Rap.
understood, Pankaj.
Yeah.
Understood. But in real time scenario, what we are facing most of the time, I mean, user wanted to suppose they everyone using Fiori. In that Fiori, in standard apps, they wanted to add value help kind of changes, or we have to add selection screen and some fields or output list. Those type of requirement only we are getting in real time.
Right. Yes.
So
So
that
yeah,
kind
I
of
can understand, but
yeah,
I'm not good in that Fury part, Uh, means mostly my focus is there on ABAP part or ABAP related, whatever the technology is
yes,
there. Yeah, mostly I'm, with from that domain. So I think the things which you were talking about in-app extension, or maybe I think
yeah, correct,
right,
correct.
right,
But it's good.
mm,
Actually, this
mm,
course, everyone should take this course because the basic is important rather than going advanced level. So
right,
that
right,
I suggest
yes,
everyone, this is a correct course actually, who are learning for web on HANA.
right, right. So this is like, uh, I'm good in this ABAP on HANA, ABAP, Oops ABAP, right? So I prefer mostly on this. For Fury and all, you can check with maybe some another trainer. For RAP, I because RAP is again connected with ABAP, so
Mhm.
there I'm having the good exposure, uh, good understanding. So that course I will be taking, in the
Okay.
coming, like, 3-4 months like that, once this is completed.
Yeah, sure, Pankaj.
Sure.
Actually, I discuss with you personally. So for my as per my requirement.
No problem, no problem. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ramopal, for your question.
Thank you,
Dur-
everyone. Good.
Thank you.
Bye.
Fine. So duration of course will be like, 3 months. It will go around 3 months. So 45 hours like that you can understand. Okay. 40 to 45. It may go more than that as well. So thank you everyone for attending this session. I'll be sharing the link for registration under, you know, WhatsApp group, or here also, like, let me share quickly in case if you are willing to register, you can go and register. So just 1 second. If anyone is having any other question, please raise your hand and I will unmute you. Okay. So I've shared the link for this one. Okay, I'm taking few more question over here. You have a session about API. So RESTful application programming, in that part I cover this API. Okay. So when I will be starting that particular course there, the API related stuff. API here, I will show you like how you can generate the OData service with the help of CDS. This particular API, you know, discussion we will be having. So Nivedita, can we get course content? Yes, I will share the course content and it's also here. Like once you go to the link which I have given you there also, you will be able to find the course content. Once you click on the preview, you will be able to see the course content. Okay. So course content, you can directly find it. Okay. So Prashant, yeah, Prashant, you can ask the question.
Hello.
Yeah, Prashant,
Yeah.
I have unmuted
So
you.
basically, I'm a functional consultant. So just
Mhm.
I want to ask, this is the some advance for ABAP. So I don't have that much knowledge in ABAP. So are you covering from the scratch?
You should have some core ABAP understanding, then this will be beneficial, you know.
Okay.
Means
So is it
hmm.
the same course or is there any different course that you are
No, for
taking for?
core ABAP is different course actually, Core
Okay.
ABAP itself, there are so many things in Core ABAP. So both is not possible together to,
Hmm.
yes, integrate. You should have, like, if you have some basic ABAP understanding, then this course will make more sense for you. You know, Directly
Okay.
learning ABAP on HANA will,
Yes, yes, right, right. So
yeah,
that's why I'm asking.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
Can you
Yeah.
share the link or any details related to Core ABAP course if
Yeah, I
you
will
have?
share one core ABAP classes I'm taking, but already that, 10 or 10 classes is completed over there. I take
Mhm.
that one on Saturday and Sunday in evening, 7 p.m. So like today we
Okay.
have the class, but again, 10 classes are gone. If you want, you can join that one.
So is there
And
any recording available for those classes?
yeah, yeah, recordings will be there. Recordings will be there for the classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes, recordings will be there. Okay.
Oh, please share the details. I will check.
Sure, sure, Prasant. You just ping me over there on the WhatsApp, and I
Okay.
will be sharing, or my team will be sharing the detail. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Fine. So you can find out the content over there. I've already shared the link. Thank you everyone for joining this session. Bye bye. Time required for each day will be to share like, minimum 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour to 2 hour. It will go like that. So keep 2 hours in your mind, like, on weekend, Saturday and Sunday morning, 7:45 to 9:15 or 9:30, you can, so like that, 7:45 to 9:45. Okay. Thank you, everyone.